about a letter sent by the Chaldean Educational Center of America, Mr. Amir Hanna, to John Kerry. He says to John Kerry, designating the majority of Iraqi Christians as Assyrians is not only incorrect, but it's insulting. It's insulting to call Chaldeans. Whether you like it or not, most Chaldeans don't buy this. Most Chaldeans agree that we are one people, we are one nation. They don't mind being called Assyrian. It's separatists like you that poison it. He says most Iraqi Christians are Chaldean, 85%. Which is true. I mean, most of our people are Chaldean or Catholic Assyrian, about 70-80%. He says in 1884, the British came to Qochanos in Turkey and gave us 7,000 pounds to call ourselves Assyrian in our own region in Turkey. He says any Near Eastern scholar knows that names such as Babylonian and Assyrian refers to state inhabitants and not to ethnicities. What? Where do you get this from? Now, this man calls himself a historian / visual artist. I just want to know what Near Eastern scholars he's referring to when he says this, because I haven't really seen it. Sir, there's a reason why the study of Mesopotamian empires is called Assyriology. Study of Chaldean, Akkadian, Sumerian, Babylonian. It's called Assyriology for a reason. Near Eastern scholars, the real ones, they understand that the Mesopotamian empires was one continuous civilization, and they all united under Assyria, Assyriology. This is like saying Spartans, Arcadians, and Athenians were separate ethnicities. No, they were the same ethnic group. They were one continuous Greek civilization, Greco-Roman civilization. Professor Lupiari, in his book The Mandaean, says, today the term Chaldean means only the Syriac-speaking Christians, originally Nestorians, connected to the Catholic Encyclopedia, which comes from your church, says Chaldeans, the name of former Nestorians now reunited with the Roman Church. So you guys are really Nestorian, like us. Professor Philip Haiti says, those Nestorians who joined the Catholic Church received the name Chaldeans. That's a professor saying. You say Assyrians don't exist and we're all really Chaldean. Herodotus says in the 5th century BC that the word Syrian is the Greek corruption of the word Assyrian. Assyriologist H.W. Sachs says the destruction of the Assyrian Empire did not wipe out its population. These Christians kept the memory of their ancestor predecessors alive in the traditions. Political Dictionary of Middle East defines Assyrians as remnants of the people of ancient Mesopotamia, succeeding the Sumerio-Akkadian and Babylonians as one continuous civilization. I just want to know, what scholars are you talking about? I mean, there's no quotes, no scholarly journals, no mention of history anywhere. What are you talking about? He says, quote, according to tangible antiquities and biblical evidence, we are the descendants of Proto-Chaldeans, founders of the ancient states in Iraq. To all the Chaldean separatists that want to pull away from their true identity, I have one question for you. If you guys are true Christians, true Catholics, true Bible believers, if you guys are such Bible believers, let me give you a quote from the Bible. Isaiah 23:13, behold, the land of the Chaldeans, this people was not. Some translations even say this people didn't exist until the Assyrian founded it for them. This is not me saying it, this is the Bible, the very book you refer to, the Word of God. To the Syriacs, Chaldeans, and Arameans, don't buy this stuff. We are all one people, one continuous civilization. This is deception. We are on our last stand, our last breath. Let's unite.